Opinion content, editorials, columns and guest commentaries, is created independent of news reporting and is exclusive to subscribers. It was a lovely, sunny September morning in New York when I stepped into a subway after dropping off my daughter Emma at her preschool. I had no idea of the nightmare that awaited us that day in 2001. The subway on the west side of Manhattan had a station in the World Trade Center where I could exit and simply walk across Church Street to the building where I worked. I moved from Chicago to New York in 1995 to begin a new life and a new marriage. Most of my professional life up to that point had been in Chicago, where I was born and worked after college as a freelance journalist, labor activist and political consultant. In New York, I was producing and directing a documentary about the conflict in the former Yugoslavia. As my subway train approached the World Trade Center, it came to a halt, and my fellow passengers and I heard the announcer say, "We are delayed because there is a fire in World Trade Center. We hope to be moving soon." When the air conditioning stopped on the crowded train, passengers began to voice their concerns about people they knew who worked at the Twin Towers, though we had no idea of the horror that was taking place above ground. After a tense hour of waiting, the announcer said our subway would be moving to another track, and we could exit at Park Place, about 2 blocks from the World Trade Center. The Twin Towers were over 1,700 feet tall, and my reference point as a Chicagoan was the huge Sears Tower as it was called then. It's now known as Willis Tower. How could such enormous structures collapse? A man stands in the rubble after the collapse of the first World Trade Center tower in New York City. Doug Cantor, AFP. What I saw when I stepped out of the subway station looked like London during the Blitz.